It's the end of the world as we know it, and I can
6 o'clock
Welcome back to Across State Lines podcast. I am your host, Austin Skinner, here in Ohio, alongside my compadres, as always, Screech Monroe in upstate New York, and Mr. Joe Sweet down in Tampa, Florida.
Hi there, my friends. Hope everybody had a good Halloween out there.
As well as Thanksgiving. That was
it's
just happened.
Well, yeah, obviously, Screech, it happened, but you think about it, we record these a little bit ahead of time there, friend.
Oh, now he's giving all of our damn secrets away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
darn.
great. Now they're gonna stop listening. All four of them.
Yeah.
Right,
'cause
we
they
better
had no
restart the
idea.
countdown, dude, because you
Yeah.
just gave away all the secrets of the podcast. So
Yeah, you're
Awesome.
right. You're right. Forgive me for that. Like, it was not.
don't
a
know if I can,
well-known
dude.
Secret.
I honestly
We're
don't.
going-
Screech and
of
I were
that-
talking off air. We're thinking of replacing you with a pineapple.
Might get
Wow.
more laughs.
That is so hurtful.
Did you know there's like a sex thing with pineapple? Not like banging pineapple.
Oh, well, we weren't talking
But,
about
like,
that,
you know
Screech.
how, like,
Thank you.
If you wear like a pineapple on your I don't know, shirt or whatever, like a pin or something. I heard. I don't know what it is because.
Well, I'll take your word for it because you kind of look like an upside down
Maybe I'll
pineapple.
use it for
Yeah.
December's. Yeah.
Yeah, you sound like a guy who's gonna, come down here and retire down here in Florida and, keep a loofah hanging out the side of his window when he wants to play around with all the old people in the community. Yeah, that's the kind
Hells
of guy
to the
you're gonna be, pal.
one life to live, dude. What?
Yeah, one life to live.
The
Your
villages.
famous soap
Screech is going to
opera.
cause havoc in the
Wrap that
villages
titty
in
up like
Florida.
a blanket, dude.
Holy.
Oh my goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Happy Thanksgiving.
hey, happy Turkey Day. Unfortunately, we will not be back the following month. We canceled, so
man.
thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Guess I'll
a
just
wonderful Thanksgiving that everybody had. Turkeys and stuffing.
Speaking of stuffing in December, I will be a married man by the time we get back on this
Whoa!
podcast for next month's
My
episode.
Goodness, congratulations with you, my friend. Wow.
Yes.
How is this? What details can you show us?
So
First off,
Got her
who is
really
he?
drunk, and
well, the
He's
lucky
like, all right, I guess.
the lucky lady and I will be officially tying the knot in Las Vegas at the Little White Wedding Chapel. And that'll be taking place next month in the middle of December. So,
How'd you guys decide the place?
well,
Got a hell
so
of a deal.
essentially, I'm sure you guys are aware at this point. I hate fucking weddings. Don't invite me. Don't ask me to go. Joe was real lucky, because usually I don't go to them. So, and Katie's never really cared much about weddings anyway. So for us, it just kind of made sense to elope. And if you're going to elope, you go to the Little White Wedding Chapel. That's where they all go.
Is that like a monument in the?
Well, like
monumental?
Sinatra has been there, and who else? Who else has gotten married there? A bunch of
let's
famous
see.
people.
Well,
Oh, yeah?
let's see here.
I think like
Let me
Jeter,
go to- I'm
maybe.
I don't plan on
Um,
getting married anytime soon, so I didn't.
I'm gonna go to our research team comprised of me to see.
Well, so
okay,
essentially, it's probably the most famous wedding venue.
right
Vegas.
out there, Joan Collins and Michael Jordan were married.
Yeah,
here. That's
Michael
what it says,
Jordan.
right?
Yep.
So 24-hour drive-up wedding window. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. It's actually the same one that they filmed the SmackDown episode with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Same one. Drive-through wedding.
Okay, this looks very exciting.
Yeah, so we're doing that. We decided to elope. We don't care about a big ceremony or fucking having 150 people. We're having our
Are
parents.
you driving through?
No, we're not doing the drive-in. We are getting married by Elvis though, which is sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're, classic, typical Vegas, and then we're eating at an Italian restaurant after that Sinatra is actually eaten at. So Just some vintage Vegas vibes for our little elopement. It's going to be an extended weekend, and that'll be that.
So is it the Elvis tribute package you're doing, or is it the ride with the king? Oh, thank
No,
you
it's
very
not the ride
much.
with the king. We're not doing the anything with the car or the
Okay.
driving one, just
I
because
like
you don't get as much. And if we were doing it, we wanted to at least have like a little bit of a ceremony and that sort
yeah.
of thing. It's like literally, I think they said the wedding ceremony is 7 minutes long,
Wow.
and the whole experience is only like 30 minutes.
That is
So
awesome.
yeah, it'll be sweet. So we're doing that,
Good
and
for
it
good for you, man.
yeah, visiting the Grand Canyon while we're out there and that sort of thing. And I'm not talking about my wedding night. Um,
Oh, you're not gonna have a wedding now.
so yeah, it'll be cool. That
Oh,
was something that I wanted to make sure that we covered because, like I said, next time we talk,
He'll be
it
a lot more miserable. Yeah, that's the
yeah,
thing.
I'll have a ball and chain, and it'll be post holiday season. So, well, I guess
well,
right in the
you
middle,
know
in
what?
between Christmas and New Year's.
What I will say to you, man, is it's definitely uh a hell of a thing, and it's gonna sound sappy here for a second, and I've said it to my, my wife. It's like you get married and it's like, all right, a whole sense of, all right, things are changing now. Like I'm not just thinking for me. And you do that when you're dating. Don't get me wrong. When you're married, it's different. It's like, all right, this is a person that I truly believe that I'm gonna spend the next, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 years with, and like everybody says it, oh man, why get married? Why get that's something I've always wanted to do, and it's fantastic, man. It's like,
Probably like a relief too, I'd imagine, because then you
yeah,
don't deal with all the bullshit
right.
throughout
Yeah,
It's
the
one of them
year. I
exactly.
mean, you
things where
probably
you
still gotta
you
do that, but
can, yeah,
not as
you
bad.
like I'm the type of person where it's like, when somebody has marital status and you're like, "Oh, I'm married," it's kind of like, "Oh, okay." Like you're not you marry somebody, hopefully because you want to marry that person, you want people to see, hey, they got the ring on their finger, and they're doing it. But it's
Right.
just
Oh yeah,
it
for the
just
show, you don't do it for
to
that.
me, I think it's that level of love where it's like, all right, we really get along very well. Why not be together and let's make it a thing, and I think that's the greatest part, man. And I like that you're keeping it, keeping it simple, you know me, I couldn't have done something like that. Mine had to be extravagant and what I wanted it to be, but we had talked about that at one point, her and we'd said, yeah, maybe we should just, yeah, let's do it. But I said, no, you know what? Listen, if you're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go out and we're gonna have a grand old time. But that's my preference there. But I think it's
Well,
awesome, and it makes sense for you. I see it between the way knowing you two. Yeah, I wouldn't see it any other way. Me and my wife have said that before. We said I wouldn't if they ever do it. I would never see them do it any other way.
and that's just the thing. I feel like most people that have been told, and there's not many people that we've even bothered telling, but most people who do know have said the same thing. And I guess that was my whole point. I wanted to treat it as let's do it for us because at the end of the day, I've heard so many stories and witnessed so many things that like a bride and groom will turn around and be like, "Oh, well, I wish we didn't do this, or we didn't invite this person, or we would have switched the seating here, or just so many regrets." And when you're spending that kind of money on a big blowout like that for one day, you know, I didn't want to have to worry about that. And not only that, Katie and I have been together for so long at this point where it's like my whole motivation to get married is like to further establish that team. We're raising a kid, we've moved states, we've established a business. It's just natural that we do that too because we're already a team in so many different facets of life that
Yeah,
that's just naturally where we're at. So
that's
again,
it.
I don't
Yeah.
see it as like this big sort of over the top like a lot of people do, and that's fine if like that's the route you went. I never wanted that for myself, and I don't know if Katie ever did either, so it just works.
Yeah, I think, and I look at it too as the extravagance of it. If you recall, back when her and I were going to get married initially, we wanted to get married in 2020 was the initial plan.
Oh
You
yeah,
And
know,
that's
COVID
right.
happened, right? Is
well,
that why?
yeah, but right, the vid happened,
Didn't mean
and
to interrupt you. Sorry.
we were gonna get married at the church. So yeah, that's just how it was with my family. You know, if anybody out there knows me, you know, really well, you know that religion's been a big part of my family. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but not one of those like, hey, let's go spread it to everybody. We're not, you know, not that kind of family. But it was one of them things where it was like, you know, that's what my mother did. That's what my grandmother did. That's
Mm-hmm.
what my uncle. So it's I've got to do this, you know, and my wife, she jumped in and joined the religion and she got baptized and everything and she was a trooper, you know, and it started to get to that point when we were doing all this and I said it's getting closer, you know, but this was after the initial postponement, but you know, like you said, COVID came and hit, and we had booked the On Center
Yeah.
downtown, and we had booked it on the night of a Syracuse Crunch game, and the initial plan with the Crunch was we were going to. And I don't think this I've really ever said this maybe in the public level. Other some people know is we were going to be introduced out on the ice during one of the intermissions of the
Oh, I
hockey
didn't know
game.
that.
Yeah. And that was a really big thing for us. And they were like, yeah, we'll make it happen, you know. Okay, great. And we saw the on center and we were like, this is great. But then COVID hit and we said, all right, you know, let's you know do this. We moved out of our townhouse, we moved in with my mother and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and my cousin moved in at the same time, so it got really hectic. And you know, it really was a testing for me and my wife. You know, it was like, can we stand this? You know, this is a lot of stress and pressure, and you know, we postpone it, you know, like you said, you know, the seating chart, we cut down the wedding, you know, you adjust it. Some people were pissed off they weren't invited, some people were pissed off they were invited.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
You know, some people showed up wearing sneakers and a pair of jeans at a reception. Hey man, whatever, do your own thing.
Someone did that?
You know? Yeah, it was a couple of people, which listen,
I don't
you were
remember.
there,
I mean, I,
you were there
Well,
supporting
Screech, you
me.
weren't there mentally. You were there physically. So,
Yeah. You know, you were there, you know, supporting us. So I mean there was
I remember who it was. I'm not gonna say it.
a lot of great things. I'll be honest with you, I don't even know who it was because a lot of that was a blur. I just
I
remember
think
when my moment don't I
I
just remember in my moments of like coming out of my haze because I had maybe a few too many drinks that
no.
night. And I just remember looking down at somebody and seeing a pair of shoes and jeans out on the dance floor, and I'm like, hey, you know
Oh,
what?
well, it's
Whatever,
it's
you know,
there though. It's not like
each their own.
I remember
Right.
who it was though.
But when I go to
Uh,
a reception, I'm, you know, expecting, you know,
no
but
one did it
whatever,
at the
you know.
church though, right?
I don't
no,
know. I was too
no.
Yeah.
focused on, you know, getting married.
Well,
Oh.
regardless, that
Oh, that.
this all feeds greatly into my point.
I
This
love
is
it, man. But
all what we were
congrats.
avoiding.
We're excited to see it. We're gonna make a big event out of it. We're gonna live stream it. So
It's
everybody's gonna
funny you
see it.
mentioned that because before we settled on the Little White Chapel, we were going to go to the top of the Grand Canyon with literally an officiant, Katie, and I, so three people. We were going to set up a tripod with a camera and we were going to have a little ceremony and live stream it to like Facebook. And like, there
Oh
you
shit,
go.
man.
But,
Yeah, that would have been badass.
we figured at least, at the very least, we should invite the parents because we probably would
Yeah,
regret that down the
100%.
road. Our
100%.
siblings were going to be invited, but one of them couldn't make it. And I was of the mindset of if they all can't be there, then none of them should be there.
Hmm.
So, I mean, that's kind of where we went with that. But again, it's just something small. It's a fun weekend getaway. We have a bunch of shit planned, and that'll be that.
It's
You guys gonna
crazy.
dress
My
up for it, or you're just gonna go and like
Yeah, so Katie
Hawaiian
bought a
shirts and stuff?
dress. I have a
oh, very
suit that I'm
nice.
gonna wear. So yeah, I mean we'll dress and look normal, but it's one of those situations where we didn't break the bank. Katie's dress wasn't thousands of dollars.
Hmm.
Um, it's a suit that I've had, so like that's perfect. Yeah, real low key, man. Just kind of doing our own thing.
My invitation must have got lost in the mail. I'm
Yeah, I
assuming.
believe it did. Yeah.
I'll keep checking. I'll
Yeah.
keep
You keep
checking.
looking.
Yeah,
You keep looking.
No, but man, congrats, and we're excited to hear about everything when we regroup again. So I'm excited for you. So
Yes.
on to better news.
Oh boy.
Better news.
Who would like to start?
Well, and I also want to mention, speaking of
Oh,
supporting things, um, as far as cross the lines go, across state lines, I should say. I have received several messages in regards to our episodes, thanking us and people saying that they've really enjoyed the show. Most recently, as this week, I had one of all of our friends reach out, Mr. James Schmizzy.
Hell yeah.
same
Um,
here. Same to me as well.
Yep, a former ROA wrestling glory. Reach
Oh
out. He
man, what a
said
dude.
some really, really awesome things. And I just wanted to give him a special shout out. He is living just outside of Chicago these days. He said,
Really?
Oh my
yep,
goodness.
in Aurora, Illinois, which I told him I think was about
Aurora.
5 or 6 hours from me.
Party
But,
on, Wayne.
Putting
yeah,
on good.
exactly. Exactly.
Sorry. Sorry.
But yeah,
Sorry.
I wanted to give him a special shout out and really shout out everybody who's felt the need to reach out and at least send us some good wishes. And
Yeah,
it's cool that like people are interested to come on the podcast. Like I've seen that a bunch of times. Hey,
yeah.
are you guys having guests? Can I be on? Can I talk with you guys? It's
Oh
like,
yeah, didn't someone on YouTube post? I don't know who it was.
yeah, I mean,
My
Someone
there's
was
my
been
like,
a
"Oh, listen to the
couple.
cousin
show."
There's been a
my
couple.
cousin Lexi has really lampooned to come on the show.
Yeah.
My friend Joe Sharp as well.
Oh,
He has offered it to come on the show,
Yeah.
and I'm so humbled by all this because you're right. You know, we put this together just for the three of us to have a good time, and then to slowly start to see that all right, you know, some people are giving it because I think a lot of it is that we're not doing this for any sort of a financial gain. We're
It's a
having
very
fucking fun,
casual podcast.
you know.
You
I look
know,
forward to coming in and doing this with these two, you know, and it's great, you know. We definitely will have people come on. I mean, there's no doubt. And I'm sure we're going to have episodes down the line where we're going to deliver special episodes and talk about different things. So, you know, I think that's going to be the best part is that, you know, there's so many things we're able to do with this. I mean, I love the format we have. It's really great, you know, but I think we're going to have the ability to do, you know, hey, this week we're going to change it up a little bit different. You know, we're going to have this person on. We're going to talk about some things or this person's going to come on and share their own article that they found, you know, things like that. You know, so that's really awesome and I got the same message from James and I unfortunately didn't have a chance to reply at the moment. I did, you know, send him a little emoji, but I will reply to him. But you know, James Schmidt is a kid that I've known for a very long time. We've
same
all
here.
known for a very long
Yeah.
time, and James has always been a consistent person. Like you can talk to James and he'll get back to you. May not right away, but James will get back to you. And you know, James has gone through some things like we all have, but James is a kid that through times of adversity and challenge, he's found a way to always persevere. You know, kid was a hell of a drum player. I never heard anybody play drums like him. You know, he had a hell of a voice. He still has a hell of a voice. So he's a very multi-talented kid and a gentleman, I should say. And
Well, and above all
it's
else,
very
I mean,
nice.
he never lost his genuineness. And in a
No,
world of, counterfeit bills,
yeah,
James has always been the real article. So,
yeah,
yeah, shout out to him for reaching out. I
yeah,
thought
man,
that was really awesome. And again, just shout out to anybody who's reached out, whether it's on YouTube, on Facebook,
yeah.
what have you, social media in general, via text. Um,
One of the
it's cool,
most,
man.
yeah, one of the most, and the last thing about James, one of the most deserving of the ROA championship. Believe it or not, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, of
James
course.
was a guy who worked his ass off and he worked a lot harder than a lot of us, let's be honest, you know,
Well,
and
that's why he was the last one.
You save the best for last. So,
Right.
good for him, man. And I'm glad that everybody's really enjoying what we're doing, and that makes us feel good. I'm happy. We have a good time doing this. So yeah, thanks everybody. It's wonderful news to start the show. I really like that. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
very
just
nice.
again, it's the Thanksgiving season. I know we're gonna probably wrap up with maybe some things we're thankful for,
Yeah,
but I definitely wanted to make, from Marcus Russell to whoever has reached out, Joe's family,
yeah,
my family,
yeah,
Screech's crackheads that he usually hangs out with.
yeah.
No, they don't have phones.
Well, they
Yeah.
sent
Thanks
us
for bringing that up.
carrier pigeon messages.
They show it
Yeah.
on they show it in the rec room at the local correctional facility where his sons are being housed. Hey, look, there it is. Oh shit. No,
He used to be
but
one of us. Yeah.
yeah.
He made
You
it.
know? Yeah, look at he's doing great things for himself now. Yeah,
He's not in
yeah.
the
I
alleyway or
want
anything anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
I want him to come here and do a show for us in here.
Oh
It's
no,
Screech
dude.
Monroe to
That'd be the
the,
worst bombing ever, dude. No,
That's
they
when you
probably
hear
love me.
that's when you hear,
Oh,
give me that crack pipe.
did my act in
yeah.
front of yeah.
See,
Did my
Screech,
act, dude. That should be, dude. So I don't want to. I shouldn't say this because I want to
that's the
really do
name of
this.
your
But
special.
if I ever do a special, I want to
Yeah.
do a door-to-door special. So I'll like knock
Oh
on somebody's
god.
door and I'll start to do my act and see how long I can go. And then they'll slam the door and then I'll go to like the house next door and I'll do that there.
And then
It'd be hilarious.
somebody will withstand it, and Joe gonna go, evidently fear is not a factor for you. Oh shit, man. No, that would be a hell of a no a door to door. Yeah, that'd be some funny shit, man. I
It'd be
could.
really hard for my like mental, but worth it.
I think you'd get
Would you do a
shot.
different? Yeah, well, it depends on where you're going. Would you do a different joke at every door? Would you just recycle
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
same
would like
joke?
it to be like I'm doing a new joke every time. And
And
I
all
would
it
probably,
is
well, you know what
Screech
I
with a
could do?
microphone and a carrier speaker that he has.
Yeah, yeah, I would do
Yeah.
a bunch of them. No, like one of those kid type ones.
Right, right. A
They're
speak
like
and
the white
spell,
ones that you gotta put the
motherfucker.
tape in.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
so
shit.
you got somebody just recording it in the back, like they're sitting in their car with the window halfway down, just zooming in as you're doing
Yeah.
it.
Jesus
Here it
Christ.
is. Yeah, shit, I'd watch it. Let's be honest here, man. But no, that's wild stuff, man. But yeah,
Yeah.
good. So craziness, man. But yeah, let's get into it here. But good news to start the show. I think we're on a positive note here. So let's get jumping into it. Where are we
Well,
starting?
I can start if you want.
Okay, go right ahead.
I actually found this recently as it was just published on November 20th, 2025. This comes out of Cleveland, which is about an hour-ish from me. According to this article, our headline reads Cleveland police seek suspects who robbed child of cell phone at Duggan Park.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Uh, Going from positive to real negative real quick.
It depends what the kid was about.
Well,
If he's a
according to this
Klansman,
here,
then you should totally have his phone taken from him.
three suspects put a gun to a child's face and robbed him of his phone at Duggan Park in Cleveland on November 4th. Officers still searching for the suspects. And accordingly, it's reported here that the child who was robbed was a 12-year-old who was playing basketball at this Duggan Park.
Oh my
The incident
goodness.
again happened back on November 4th while the child was playing at the park. And according to a police video, the three suspects approached the child and spoke with him briefly. After that, one of them put a black handgun in the boy's face and demanded his cell phone and passcode. The suspect
Jeez.
then forced the child to his knees before the three fled with the device, police said. And these three people are still at large, according to this article, as of November 20th. So,
Yeah, and they record or they said they had what? They found him on video, I think, right? Like
yeah.
they
So there must have been a CCTV video feed somewhere that they were able to pull from this park. Sounds like it's probably a high crime area. And yeah,
that
they're seen
that
on
is crazy,
camera.
man.
At 12 years old, man. 12 years
Yeah,
old. First of all, if
I
your
tell
12 year
you.
old's got a phone, you're asking for problems.
Yeah, I didn't have one till I think I was like 15,
I
16,
still
something
don't
like
have
that.
one.
Yeah. Never
Instant.
who? What? Phone? Never heard of it. Email? Pfft, no.
All about
Like
carrier
Christopher
pigeon, dude.
Walken, he doesn't have a cell phone.
Oh,
Wow, I don't have a cell phone. It's crazy.
that
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
But that's just why it makes me think of, you think of any park. I'm always thinking of Heritage Park where
Yeah,
we all grew up there behind the ROA Arena. And to see that park, being in that park at night. I don't know if you've ever been in
sure.
that park. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure we had all been there at night doing stupid things. But one of them places where it's like, all right, you get a little weird, and they got little basketball courts over there, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy, but it doesn't matter where you are, I mean, just but to steal, the cell phone, like why? My question is, are they gonna like try to pawn the phone or sell it or something, or is this
Must
maybe
be.
somebody
I
maybe he
mean,
knew these kids? I mean,
maybe.
it's possible, man. It could be a whole. I'd be curious to see, where this goes from this because I'd be curious. I didn't have any updates on my last article as well. I'm still waiting on some from them, but I mean, this is just crazy at 12 years old.
Yeah, at gunpoint. I mean, it's one thing to where when you're three people, and they don't say how old these suspects are, but I'm assuming, later teenage kids, if not maybe
Yeah,
early
yeah, yeah.
20s. But to go as a pack, for a 12-year-old, I feel like that would be enough. But then you get the gun out. I don't know. To me, it's a little bit of
Yeah.
overkill, in my opinion. I'm
Yeah, a
just glad
little
that nobody was killed in this
oh
situation.
goodness, yeah, no, it's good that nobody was hurt. It's just lets you know, hey, this is the world here. There's so many things that just keep happening, and left and right, people are getting hurt, things are coming out about these people, and it's just crazy to think of all this stuff, left and right. But I mean, like something like this, a 12-year-old kid, you're right, and he's there playing
Playing
basketball,
basketball,
you know.
right? Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
So
Screech, what do
yeah,
you think
we
about that?
we had some cowards in my article
Yeah,
this
I
time
get you.
around.
What do
No,
you
some
think,
people
Screech?
are
What's your
heartless.
take?
Some people
Yeah,
are heartless.
Well, Screech, you've
you
been
you
robbed before.
A couple of times, yeah. The first
oh
time I ever went to a park, I got robbed. They took my bike.
Jesus, it must have been a sweet ride.
Was it a gun or like they just took it from you?
No, they like jumped me and then they took it.
Okay.
They took your bike. They just
It was, I
wow.
don't remember how old I was, but I was a little dude. So
Yesterday.
no, it was actually last week. Which was
Oh, okay. That's
crazy.
crazy, man.
Well, what are the
You
other
know
times,
how,
Screech? You
yeah,
said
yeah, please
there's a
elaborate.
couple.
Let me go get the scroll real quick. Now there was one
It,
time I made a joke out of it, but there was one time
the jump joke.
Of course, yeah, you've
no,
done it on here.
that wasn't real.
Oh,
The
No.
jump I just made that up on
what?
my personal
Dude, we're
essay.
giving
That
away
But
too much
seems
secrets on this fucking
that
episode.
well,
seems
yeah, my
so
bad.
realistic of
Colleges
a
I didn't
joke.
apply to. I lied on that. Who
Comedians
cares?
don't lie. Comedians tell the truth.
Oh yeah,
Right.
surely, dude. Have you seen my act? I lie all the time.
Sadly, yes. Uh,
Yeah, fuck off.
Thank you. I'll see you guys at the next episode. I'm
Yeah, I'm
done for
out.
the
I
night.
dropped the mic. Oh, wait. Wait, what were we talking? Oh, one time I was walking home from Burger King by where my mom lives, which
Hmm.
no longer exists because it caught on fire.
I feel like I remember you
Um,
telling me this.
and yeah, it was during college. I think you
Yeah,
you graduated like
yeah.
the semester before,
I,
and
I think I remember this.
some
Yeah.
dude like he robbed me of like $6
Holy
at like
shit.
a box with a box cutter.
What time of day? Like 2 in
It
the
was at
afternoon?
night. It was
Oh,
like eight
okay.
or nine. I don't
All right.
remember. It was
All right.
dark. I remember that.
Yeah.
I had just gotten out of work, and
Yeah. I said it
I
with a lot of
let me stop
sarcasm.
on. Let me
Is that
stop
what you're
on
gonna
over to
say?
see Screech.
I didn't have a job yet.
And
Wait, yeah, I did.
yeah. Well, it was crazy because remember we went and got ice cream a couple days later with the $6 that I stole from you. So you're welcome. Um,
No,
yeah, because I
He was like slurring and shit, so I don't know if it was
Get in the
the real voice.
flask.
Yeah, get in the Adrian, get in the flask.
What are you talking about?
Popeye chicken.
Man?
Yeah,
I'm talking about an 8-piece. Let's go.
What a great,
Release
what a
the good.
great film.
No, no, don't eat that.
Jesus this, Moses that, Abraham hit me
Oh
with a
my
wiffle ball bat.
Holy fuck, I forgot about that
I love
scene.
Rodney Dangerfield's cameo too in that.
Yeah.
Everybody in that
He has a
movie.
decent.
You
isn't he in there
tinhead,
a
go with
decent
my
amount?
father.
Yeah,
Oh, the guy with
Tarantino is
the tits on his head?
the blind priest. Quentin
Yeah.
Tarantino is the blind
Yeah,
priest.
yeah.
That is nuts, man. What a timeless film.
Underrated.
Oh my.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think Sandler had that 2001. I think that was the same year. I think Big Daddy was like 99.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one that I feel like made him like an established person.
Big
I mean,
Daddy.
Waterboy was great, but then I feel like it showed like another like side of his like comedy range
Oh
also.
yeah, because his character went to Syracuse University. I remember that was a
Mm.
big thing when that
Right,
came
right.
around. But wow, so I mean, that's crazy because I didn't realize you'd been jumped
It's only
that many
happened like a
times.
couple of times, but yeah, it's been a while.
Mm.
Due for
Yeah,
another.
right.
Two for
Yeah,
another.
third time's the charm.
Yeah. Hopefully.
So those of you that are listening to this,
Screech is
PM
ripe
us
Lives
for
in
the
later.
Syracuse,
taking.
New York. So what's up?
Yeah. PM us later if you need
Don't let
the
the
address.
picture of the show fool you. I'm like brolic as fuck, dude.
Screech is
Yeah.
ripe for the
Yeah, right.
taking. Just,
Yeah,
The only
he's,
thing I have is a beer gut, and that's it.
well,
Yeah, he's open. He's open for business. So just
yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
stuff
Well-
the turkey for Thanksgiving, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but not me.
That's what I had this month for you guys. Is
I like that
was,
one.
That was my article.
That was a good one. All
That
right,
was
let's
so beautiful.
Screech. You want to roll? Because I'm gonna end. I
Bear
want to
also
end
did not
because
like
mine
that
is a
joke.
little bit of a
My dog.
mine is a little bit of a heartfelt one.
No, so I gotta get the tissue box out of the. Well, I don't know where it is actually.
Well, before you get the tissue box, Screech, you want to read yours next?
Yeah, I guess I can read it. Yeah, it's at like a 8th grade reading level.
If
so-
I can read it, he says.
Okay. All right. Loose pig named Breakfast causes chaos in Buffalo, New York neighborhood. Do, 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 do.
Posted.
It happened
looks
on November
like,
6th.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
And a pig named Breakfast escaped from a New York neighborhood and turned out to be the pet belonging to a police officer, a Buffalo Police Department officer. It was on the residence of Victor Place in some historic district. Doesn't matter. It's hearsay. They got like it caused chaos and like chased people around and shit. And it was a large pig, it says. But aren't they all large? I've never seen them.
Yeah. So.
There's a video of it
Wow.
by a witness showing animal control and police officers pursuing it.
There's a video of the pig chasing people
Yeah,
around. Oh
yeah.
my god.
Neighbors said
This
the
is
officer
fantastic.
eventually the officer. I don't know if it's the officer who owned the pig or
Just
the
one of
officers that
them.
were trying to chase it,
Yeah.
but they captured the pig. Oh, okay, and took it home. So it was the officer.
Oh, okay.
I've read this one more than like I have the other one. So.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Next one, I'm just gonna pick, and it's probably gonna be the weather.
Oh god.
That'd be great. But there was the funny thing is there was like it wasn't the only pig attack in the neighborhood. Like I guess a couple weeks beforehand, there was one that didn't have an owner.
Okay.
But like I can't remember the name of it, but there's like this organization that takes pigs in and like gets them neutered and tamed, I guess, to like go out.
So the Oinking Acres Farm Rescue and Sanctuary.
Yeah, that's it.
the one.
Yeah.
In Brownsburg, Indiana. said that they recently wrangled a pig that had been on the loose in Indianapolis Holiday Park for several days. They
Jesus
managed to give
Christ.
rescuers managers to give rescuers the slip. I'm sorry, managed to give rescuers the slip during multiple capture attempts.
Mashy.
Right.
This is a pig that is like, listen,
It's
I
got
know
like
what's
one of
gonna
those
happen to
black
me.
masks around its eyes.
Yeah, I know what's gonna happen, and I'm really not feeling like being turned into turkey. I'm sorry,
Breakfast. His
ham.
name's fucking Breakfast,
And
That's
dude.
why
yeah,
I picked
man,
it. Like, I picked it because it's crazy.
like
But
I can't believe I just said fucking turkey. That is just lets you know that Thanksgiving is on my brain. But yeah, I mean, this pig's had it rough. His name is Breakfast. He's often associated with a delightful breakfast meal of sausages, so he's probably,
bacon.
yeah, he's probably kind of like, all right, this is it for me. But so they're gonna quarantine the pig, vaccinate it, neuter it.
It's not the same
Wow.
pig. That's a different pig. The
Yeah,
one
there's
that went to that Winkers farm or whatever.
yeah, there's been a couple different ones.
Yeah,
The
but I
the
mean,
breakfast one went back because it's legal in
That's
like
insane.
New York to like own like farm animals in your house.
As pets.
Yeah,
That's
the
insane.
article said it
okay,
too.
I was just going off saying that in general,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah, yeah.
the sanctuary was talking about that pig, but yeah, I mean, like you were saying, yeah, Buffalo doesn't have any city laws that express
Well, in
ownership of
Syracuse they
pigs.
don't need. I know a guy who had owned a pig for like a long time.
Pigs can fuck you up.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah.
Hannibal.
Right.
Although
Not
those were a
only are
little
they
bigger.
delightful, but they are deadly. So, crazy shit, man.
That's
Like
awesome.
shit.
And a perfect
Thi-
like
That needs to be made
Thanksgiving.
into a movie.
Yeah, that's like a perfect Thanksgiving fucking headline, you know?
yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Chris P. Bacon finally decided, it was
Crispy
time to
to turn himself
to
in.
yeah to turn himself in.
Right.
You got breakfast and crispy bacon. It's breakfast was trying to get out and meet up with crispy bacon and
Right.
Oh,
That must
run
have been
run
what it
away
was.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely what it was. So
They're
that's
making a buddy
interesting. All
cop
right.
film.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I don't think you could do any, they would call it pigs in a blanket. There you go. That would be that's the name of the show. It's a
yeah,
little
I
bit
think that's the
it
name of this episode.
takes place on Slaughterhouse Mountain. And well, listen, let's just leave it. We'll leave it there. Coming to a theater near you.
So let me
It's
get this straight.
Pigs in a Blanket.
We go from stealing essentially Candy Crush from a baby to essentially the buddy cop movie to hit the summer theaters that is just going to take filming by
Sign me up.
storm.
Yeah,
Pigs in a
the
Blanket.
pigs are gonna be voiced by, you got
Ray
Liam Neeson's gonna
Romano.
voice one, and Liam Neeson
I
and Ray
want to see that
Romano.
now.
Well, that is one that I would like to see,
Jesus.
Yeah, hell yeah. And then they can meet other little animals along the way. Al Pacino can voice one,
Right.
Schwarzenegger, Stallone.
Hooah!
Yeah, right. And you get Schwarzenegger. Look it over there. Look at the blade in the slaughterhouse. Run away. Yeah. That.
He plays the
Yeah,
bad
I
guy or
would.
something. I can see
Yeah,
that.
Schwarzenegger's the villain. Yeah,
Get over
but
here, little
he.
piggy. Little
Yeah, I'm
pig,
going
little
to catch
pig,
you.
let me in.
Yeah, let me in, piggy. Here's Ani. Yeah, crazy man. I would pay some money to see that. I would say that's a highly anticipated film of 2026.
Yeah.
So stay
Good
on the
article,
lookout
Screech.
for
Good pick.
yeah, I like it, buddy. That was
Dude,
a
that
good
took
one.
me
And
fucking forever one day. I was like, I'm winning this. I gotta win this one.
I'm
I don't know if I'm
I'm
going to, but
I'm
like
I'm
that
glad
took
that you
like a
actually
couple
are
days to like look and
Right.
find because like I would type in New York like crazy stuff that happened in New York, and all that would show up is politics. I don't really
Yeah,
fucking
same.
that's crazy. It's all
Yeah.
bullshit lies.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what
Well,
we're here for.
I'm
I
glad
want
you're
that
finally
stuff.
starting to give a shit about the podcast. So thanks God for that. You got a new
Couple
microphone.
months
You're
in.
reading the articles. Holy
Yeah.
shit,
I've been
man.
busy. Not really.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just
I can
working.
tell. I like it. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so moving on to mine, I'm gonna go a little bit lighthearted for the holiday here, and we talked
Aw.
about, we talked about wrestling earlier, and So out of here in Hillsborough County, Florida, so where I have the wonderful distinction of being from, is less than a week away from Thanksgiving. So this is, before the good old Turkey Day. Dozens of community groups across Tampa Bay are working to ensure everyone has a meal on their table this holiday season. So WWE superstar Titus O'Neil, and if you're not familiar with Titus O'Neil, his claim to fame, his recognition was running down the ramp and missing it and sliding under the ring during the greatest Royal Rumble event, I believe it was. So if you look up Titus,
Well,
that's
and
one of the
let's not
first.
forget Titus do the dog bark. Hurrah,
Yeah,
hurrah,
ooh,
hurrah,
ooh,
hurrah.
ooh. Yeah, I
Didn't
mean,
he also win like titles and stuff, like
they were
tag team?
prime time players, him and Darren Young.
Yeah, he won the tag
But
straps.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's more of like he's their ambassador now to the company. So he does a
Yes.
lot of the stuff on the
I
outside.
had to
So
Google who he was, I'll be honest,
yeah.
today. So
He has a foundation, which is the Bullard Family Foundation, and what the Bullard Family Foundation is kind of one of those organizations that he had started, and they try to really improve the lives of local families. So they create what they call a sense of love and empowerment, so children and families can see greatness themselves. So it's a very, hey, moving business or moving, organization, and it's impressive to the stuff that he's done. But and then you have Metropolitan Ministries that they also partner with, which kudos to both of these organizations. I think everybody understands that the food epidemic in America for underprivileged people in general, like that, is still very, very apparent, and
Oh
it's
God.
sad.
Yeah.
But every place is trying to do their thing to make it better. But what
Mm.
those ministries does is they're just there to help, and really help everybody along the way. So respect to both of them. So they started distributing meals to families. So Titus O'Neil had said, I quote, "I think all of us can do something collectively that can make this world a better place, and we've got to start with home," end quote, O'Neil said. He has built this reputation in Tampa that's very far beyond his professional career that he's had in pro wrestling. So he's really known around here for that community involvement.
Hmm.
good
He
for him.
always tries to, yeah, he tries to connect with everybody he meets. He's the type of guy that
He's
you
very
say, hey,
outgoing, kind of.
you're
Yeah.
Titus O'Neil, oh yeah, and very friendly to approach. He also said, quote, "There are people that are hungry year round. So I'd like to take this time to really kind of reignite people's spirits about what giving really is," end quote. So their goal this year is to distribute 500 meals this
Wow.
Thanksgiving season. So, this is, volunteers coming out and really making a difference. Dr. Sarah Combs, who's the president and CEO of Metropolitan Ministries, says, quote, "The need is greater now than it has ever been before. And so this partnership is so important for Metropolitan Ministries to make sure that we're really serving those families and making sure that they have an opportunity to have a wonderful, joyous Thanksgiving holiday," end quote. So it's just nice to see that, in this world of hatred and, disappointment that we encounter, there's good people out there, doing good things. And, families that receive this assistance, having that meal means everything. And Yolanda Williams said it best. She said, quote, "It's very important, to cook for the Thanksgiving celebration, for the family, for the kids, so they can enjoy their meal and they have a wonderful Thanksgiving," end quote. So, to me, what that's saying is that, hey, you know what? Through all that's going on, Thanksgiving, that's the time you get together, you put all your differences aside, and you say, you know what? This is about the time we all be with each other and give thanks to why we're here, So I just feel like it's a good article to sum up the way things are. Is like, hey, there's good people out there. You heard about the bad kids in the beginning,
Right.
robbing the teen.
Right.
And then, you heard about, Screeches, with the pig, So you think about them, the way they kind of all relate is like, hey, you heard a bad story, okay, and then you heard this, yeah, terrible for that, and it's what drove them to do that. And the pig is like, hey, there's that funny ass story, but like that's, and then you get here and it's like, all right, start to be a little bit lighthearted. So they all impact different ways, but it's
Yeah,
just crazy to see that, hey, we live in a shit world, but hey, we got to do what we can to make it
you,
fun. And that's why we do
it's
this,
like
Yeah,
a
it's
yin yang.
you
balance.
It's
know?
Yeah,
like you got a
exactly.
good and a bad, you know.
Exactly.
You
I think
take
I
the
think
good
we
with the
see
bad.
more of the bad because it gets more ratings, but I do think there's
Yeah.
a lot of good people out there still.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And that was it, for the article. But like I said, nothing crazy there. I just think it was nice to end it on that
Yeah.
positive note.
Yeah, and I mean, Titus O'Neil, you can joke about him all you want, but I mean, I feel like as an ambassador, he's one of the best assets WWE has. I mean, not only is he waving that flag, but he's also carrying kind of his own um goals along with him and things that he wants to accomplish, and it seems like it's going very well for both parties. So,
Also,
Yeah.
he's achieved a lot more because like not many people can make WWE's like
Well, yeah,
tryouts
I mean,
or
totally.
like
Totally.
I'm reading
do
right
that, you
here.
know?
He's their global ambassador, and the company describes him as one of the most philanthropic superstars in WWE history. He
And
won the
yeah, he
Warrior
could
Award in
be.
2020. So, he's got the
What's the
Hall of
Warrior
Fame.
Award? I don't know
So,
what that is.
Warrior Award WWE started doing during the Hall of Fame, named after the Ultimate Warrior. And basically, what it does is it's there to WWE introduced it to give it to those who have exhibited unwavering strength and perseverance and who live life with the courage and compassion that embodies what the Ultimate Warrior was. The Ultimate Warrior, was he had his really crazy presence. You knew who the Warrior was, and that's what WWE brings.
Strength and
Yeah, perseverance. This
perseverance and
this
Boxing.
guy who,
This guy's
right, had ups
different.
and downs. But
No one's
stuff like
perfect.
that. So
I can't
so
talk
it's
either.
really cool to see that. But yeah, I mean, you're right. He's done he's done a lot. I mean, born in Boynton Beach, Florida. I mean, he's here. I mean, he had a hell of a good, decent career in, I believe he played arena football. If
Yeah, he was a
I'm
defensive
Yeah, he
tackle,
played
right?
for the Arena Football League. Yeah.
hmm.
Wasn't he? He wasn't
So
in the NFL?
he was not, according to what I've read. I don't believe he was in the NFL. He
I
Yeah,
was
believe
I'm
it.
not
not in the
sure.
NFL. No, no, he just played in the arena football. But you're right. I mean, of all the things he's done, I mean, as an ambassador, you know,
A ton of
um,
stuff.
yeah, I mean, he's done so much, and that's his charity work. I mean, he's very heavy around here. He's helped more than 245 athletes across Tampa Bay get into college. Lead corporate
Hmm.
volunteer. So he's very, very moving, and it's they in 2021. I'd say this is probably a big honor for him. Is a school in Tampa was named after him in his honor.
Oh wow.
So that is pretty impressive, if you ask me. So kudos to the man. Good for him. He, believe it or not, was a pretty damn good athlete too. But he's one of them guys that, what, hey, he's better purposed elsewhere.
Yeah, there's a bigger
And
picture.
yeah, and he's rocking it. So good for him and everything he's doing, and good for Tampa Bay to really be giving back, really trying to help the community. So it's comforting to know. I mean, you see that stuff in Ohio, I'm sure, Screech. I know you see some stuff down there in Syracuse. I mean, I'm sure things are going to be a little bit different now with the new mayor running
Mm.
around. So you'll see some changes, and you also have a new governor. So you'll be seeing some. I'm sorry, not a new governor. Mayor's got a new mayor in New York City too as well.
Yes, he's a
So you'll
social
you'll see
democrat, right?
some things trickle down. But I don't want to get into politics here.
No,
But
I
just
just
in
is
general,
that guy just became it like last
yeah,
week, right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
was
yeah.
just looking.
And just in general, hey, let's
Well,
enjoy. Let's enjoy the holiday and be with everybody.
yeah,
Hell yeah.
speaking of balance and speaking of uplifting things, maybe this is a good time to discuss what we're thankful for. And this was Screech Monroe's idea.
Very nice.
So Screech, I don't know if you wanted to lead us off with what you're thankful for this holiday season, but if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. Um, Everything really. Like, I'm thankful I have a job I really like.
That's important.
Uh, Thankful I drive finally. I don't know. People I've met, it's pretty cool. Happy to have.
The simple things,
Things I've
right?
learned over the
Yeah,
past couple
man.
of years is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be
Learning how to
thankful for.
drive, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I mean the simple things really. The simple things have
Yeah.
always been good for you, Screech. You're not a guy that needs grand things, I remember when you got, you get the
Like,
littlest things, something minutes, and to you it's the greatest thing in the world because that's you. It's like, okay, these are little things that I cherish in life, and I try to really do that too. You rub that off
yeah, you gotta
on me.
enjoy the
Poor
little
choice of
things.
words
I
that I
learned
just
that
said.
from Zombieland,
Mhm.
dude. I think he said it,
But no, that's
time to
good.
nut up and
Anything
shut
else
up.
you're
Or shut up, I mean.
any,
That's a good one
anything
too.
else you're thankful for?
Uh, um, here's a good one. So, before COVID and a little bit after COVID, uh, I really was like burnt out and didn't love doing stand up anymore. And about a year ago or so, a little bit more, I uh, I think I love that I like it again. Like I like doing stand up again. It's like the best thing in the world again. So I'm very thankful that I was able to enjoy it again because I didn't know if I could or would have.
Very
Like
good.
Yeah,
it was
that's
hard to
That's
awesome.
watch
awesome.
like comedy movies because I was like burnt out from hearing jokes or something.
That's
Right.
how I feel when I'm watching movies, man, is like, trying to get more into the acting down here and it's like you watch all this stuff and you're like, I'm thankful for the little amount of I haven't met a lot of people in the industry, I mean, this is really not what I'm thankful for Thanksgiving, but in general, I'm thankful that I've met these people that you connect to. It's like a different world.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can't be everybody's friend. Because you got friends that I'm not
Oh yeah,
friends with, same
not
thing with
everyone's
all.
gonna like you, and that's a good thing.
But that's the best part is that you connect with so many people in so many different ways,
Yeah.
and
Well, I think it's because I'm
like,
genuinely who I am all the time. Like I'm not gonna
yeah,
change.
you never put
No,
on like
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Even though
you've
sometimes I
always
probably
been
should. Yeah.
you've always been this obnoxious,
Jerk.
no,
Name
this
caller.
obnoxious pain in the ass that, I'd have to
Yeah,
pick up in the city of Syracuse and bring
rolling your eyes.
all
Yeah.
the way to my home back but it was one of them things that like I didn't have a problem doing it because you're a pretty fun guy to hang out with, so yeah, well that's good, man. That's pretty good things to be thankful for. That's awesome, man.
Well,
Yeah, good for
Joe,
you.
what do you think for?
Well, me,
That's
myself and
the
I.
most Joe answer ever,
Oh,
dude.
right,
Uh,
exactly.
no,
I like it. It's good. All right,
I'm not gonna
awesome. No.
say that. I'm not gonna say that those
Just
things that
kidding.
I. Okay, I am thankful for those things, yes, but those are not, the main thing. And be a little sad, but I mean it. This has been a really tough.
He's
It's
flipping
been a
through his
really
book.
tough
Humble,
year.
humble,
Yeah.
humble, humble.
Humble, humble,
Fucking, we don't have the
Oh, my
page.
name's not
I'm
under
running
there.
out
I
of
don't see
things.
it.
And it was a very difficult time. Myself and my wife, we moved down here to Florida, and it was a very challenging time, as we talked about marriage earlier. Um, I'm thankful for her because we have been in a rough situation when we moved down here. Things were not working out the way we wanted it to be. We had gotten at each other. We had little arguments and we had moments of resentment. And she, won't say these things, but I know that they were there. And it got really tough for a while. And we had moments where we would just break down in tears and cry and say, "Let's move our asses back to New York," but I'm thankful for her because I wouldn't have been able to make such a big adjustment in my life. And, I'm thankful for her every single year. And I say it every single year because every single year she just continues to, you know, remind me like, hey, as Austin said, the parts of your life where you've lived together, all right, you're going to be with each other. we've owned three houses together. We had our first house before we even married, and it's like now that we have that bond, it's like, you know, I know that I'm always going to be able to rely on her and be thankful for her. I mean, that's a majority of it. I mean, I'll say like everybody else, family, friends, yeah, but if you really break it down to it, I'm selfish, and if I had to, if her and I were the last two people on earth, hey, we're the last two people on earth. But that's the bond there, and I'm very thankful for her because she's kept me at a level. She's changed me to a better than I ever was before. So I'm very thankful for her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, for the people who don't know, I would say Christia's suite is probably behind 90% of the best parts of Joe Suite. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think that you're right on the money with where you want to be, and some of the stories you've even told me about your move is like it sounds like a National Lampoon movie. It's like
yeah, man.
horrible, one thing after the other.
I'm really at this point where I'm going to sit down and I'm really contemplating just writing it out, and I'm thinking I've got the groundwork of probably something here. It's probably been
Right.
written and done before, but hey, I could write it in my own way, and I've
Man.
been thinking about that a lot. But I mean, yeah, it's I mean, I'm thankful for you too, and I'm gonna say it because we were just talking about weddings the other day. Her and we talked about our wedding, and Austin, held the reins there with Morgan, Christia's, maid of honor there, and we said to them,
Hmm.
hey, and I said in the show before was hold down the fort, and they did, but he's always been good, out of my wife and him. Him and her know more than anybody else, and there's things that he knows, that she knows, and there's things that they both know that it's like, oh man, but we talked about this was like the consistency of you both as friends, like thankful for that you guys have been probably the two most consistent I've had since we started doing all this stuff, prior to this, college and backyard wrestling. So it's
Right.
very positive to me, so I definitely want to incorporate you both in there. But the most important part, let's not forget me, myself, and I. um uh, but that is me. So, Austin, what are you thankful for this season?
Yeah, when Screech sent this in the text, I was in the middle of really freezing my ass off outside. We were standing roadside for a Christmas parade.
You
You
got
know?
hit with some pretty good snow, right?
Yeah, and it was like in one of these little podunk farm towns. It's like 20 minutes from us. It's surrounded by fields. There's nothing going on, and I really sat there with it. Well, I stood. I stood there with it. And I tried to think of, because you don't want to answer with the cliche family, friends, health, like all this stuff that everybody says. Is like, I don't ask myself that a lot. What am I thankful for? Maybe that's something I should make more of a habit in doing. Um, but I really stood there and really tried to think about in that moment what I was most thankful for. And I think I came up with right here, right now. Just the moment in time in life,
Yeah, all you got is now. So
you
yeah.
know, that in my case, you know, I could have been and did a lot of things. If I had stuck with wrestling school, I probably could have been on the road this week, wrestling somewhere in front of 100, 200 people. But instead, I was right there and I was with really my little family, my wife to be and my kid. And to me, it was like I just felt lucky that the way the chips fell the way they did for moments like that I could be there and could stand there and freeze my ass off with those two. It's something that I think a lot of people overlook, or you take, you got so many days on Earth, you take every one of them for granted, of course.
Yeah, until it's too late, and then you look back and you're like, oh fuck, what did I do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I took away most is the right here and the right now to be
Mhm.
at this moment in my life where I can stand back and enjoy those moments, whether it be with them, whether it be with you guys on here, whether it be with my parents who are both still alive and around and able to enjoy time with my son. Moments, to be able to be present and not miss moments, I think is what maybe I'm most thankful for right now.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that's pretty damn good is the moments in the now. And I think about that as like I I filmed that movie up back in Syracuse before we left, and to do something like that, I was like, holy shit, I'm here, in this moment. And it's not going to be seen by hundred thousand people, and I don't give a shit. But like, I did it because one, I love to do it, and I surrounded myself with people that had the same interests as me. And then I look back and say, I'm so thankful, I'm
Right.
so thankful that I did it, and that was a now thing in the moment, and I'm still in constant talk to the director and everything, and him and I, keep in touch, and, hopeful future collaborations are going to happen, but you get in the process of like, we had a screening for it, and I was really humbled by that, it was like, thankful for that I got to sit there in a movie theater and experience that and hearing people laugh at some of my delivery, really, really made me appreciate it. And, I started to really become grounded. And that's like what you were saying with my wife, 90% of what, and it's true. I mean, she got me to accept that role, she pushed me to do
Right.
it, she
Right.
she read with me, she's been a big supporter of what I do, and it's huge. And I try to support it in that aspect of things. But like you said, just being in the moment
Yeah,
now.
appreciating the
Yeah.
moment before they pass because some of them are very fleeting. And like Screech said, sometimes you don't stop until it's too late. The moment's passed. And
Yeah.
I maybe that's the message that I'd like to give from my side of it. Appreciate the moments before they pass.
Hmm.
Take the second or two to be able to have your feet flat on the ground, look at your surroundings, and realize where you're at and be happy with where you're at, wherever it may be. To appreciate, touching back on Screech's, suggestion, the little things and the little moments and even the big moments like Joe being able to see himself on screen in a theater. It's being thankful to have that moment where you can live in the space and appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's
That's like the best
Yeah.
way to end this ever.
Yeah, I don't think you can do any better than that. So to you two gentlemen,
Quick
happy
question though,
turkey. Oh,
before
go
we
ahead.
leave.
Yeah. You go,
Who
man.
won out of the
Oh.
three of us?
Well,
I don't
my
know. I
feeling.
think I do like Screech is the best this
I
month.
am I think I'm going with Screech.
I mean, if we're calling it pigs in a
Yeah.
blanket.
Yeah,
I
for
feel bad
sure.
because now I just ruined how we could end it.
Yeah. And because of that, you're no longer winning.
I'm
So I
disqualified. Oh
I will
man.
take the point.
It's a
Great. Now they're
dusty
gonna
Um
finish.
fire me at my job,
yeah,
dude. Way to
yeah,
It's a
you
go.
know
dusty
what? I'm
finish.
going I'm
Yeah.
going for the Goldberg
0 and
streak,
3.
baby.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, but yeah, I definitely say chuck it over to Screech. Screech is a winner of this
Yeah.
week. I don't know what the record is right now. I
It's
think,
one,
I
one,
think
and one.
yeah, 1-1-1.
oh
We
shit.
won,
That's,
one,
you know
one.
what? Then we just end the
It's a
show
no
right
a joke.
now. We're done.
That's it.
Nobody's winning anymore. We're all
Yeah. Bye,
even.
everybody. Enjoy the
Yeah.
lives. All right. Hell
But no, you two gentlemen enjoy the holiday.
yeah.
Austin,
You too.
big congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Bumblebee
cannot.
tuna, dude.
I'm debating if I tell my wife now while we're filming it or I wait till she hears the podcast. I really don't know. I don't think she'll let me keep it in because I'm pretty sure she's in the kitchen right now making
I
buffalo
think you
chicken
should let
wings.
her wait
I'm
because
very
the
excited.
podcast drops very shortly, and it'll still be
That's true.
before the
So it's gonna do
the
what?
Is it this
Yeah,
week?
that's right.
Is it Friday or is it next Friday?
It'll be this coming. Yeah.
Shit,
Screech,
man, the day after
I'm just
Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Black
Screech. I'm
Friday.
the talent.
Oh yeah,
I'm the
hey,
talent,
everyone that's
Screech.
listening, happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the whole episode's been about, pal. You're now just saying that.
Well, I've been busy texting people. No, I haven't
No,
been texting people. No one
happy
texts me.
Thanksgiving to everybody out there. Enjoy a time with your families. Those of you that are going out to shop on the event day,
How
careful
dare
out
you?
there. Be safe, be with the ones you love, and we look forward to hearing, any comments you may have about your holiday. Feel free to leave the comments down there for us. But
Yep. All
thanks
hate
for the
mail can be
feedback.
forwarded to Screech Monroe.
Hey, I
Yeah,
got one they could put on the underneath. What are you guys thankful for this what are you
right.
guys thankful for yourselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Put it in the comments. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we want to hear you say you're thankful for me. But hey, you know what? In
They put
general,
thumbs
though,
down.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
everybody enjoy the holiday and
Hey, old
be
man.
safe, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Thanks, gentlemen.
Peace.
Love you, boys.
we'll see you for Christmas.